Hello, and welcome to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach out. It's another episode of Time Out. Post game is the day after game one. So I gathered my crew, gathered my fellas, man, gathered my New York guy, Mr. Bush Anderson, Marcel Bush Anderson. Come on in, baby. Come on in. Come on in. We gonna welcome you. We gonna welcome you, man. Matter of fact, Bush, I'm gonna give you the big square for right now, man. Y'all sitting on top at
Ooh,
one, and
ooh,
and I'm bringing in my classmate, man, from Waynesville High in this house, Mr. Ron Long. Come on in, Ron.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
what's happening, man? Everybody good?
we're
yes,
good.
sir.
We're good.
All right, all right. Well, let's jump right on into it. Game one last night. Actually, good game, fellas. What do y'all think about it, Marcel? What do you think about the game?
I have something to say. I want to send my condolences. Not.
Okay, okay. Ron, you see what we're gonna have to contend with on this first one now. Like I told
That's
you
right.
earlier,
That's right.
he's one up on us though. That's all. It's just one. What do you say, Ron?
Just,
What do you say?
just one. Six more to go. Might not even be six more. Might only be five more. But one up. But we're good to go. And let's see what happens tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Ron. I'm gonna ask you a quick question, man. Home court. How
Gone.
how huh? What you say, Bush?
Gone. Gone. Out the
Ron,
window.
at this point, Ron, at this point, giving up the home court, man. What do you say? What do you think, man? What do you think?
Well, game one. Anything can happen. Game one. Everybody's nervous, both sides. I wish we would have won in front of our fans, but like I said, it's just game one. We have five, six more to go, and tomorrow night's home court, and I think we're going to see a different Spurs team tomorrow evening.
So, Bush,
Yes,
what
sir.
you say, man, about our that first game, Knicks taking home court advantage?
Game one. There's a statistic out there that says 70% of the people that win game one win the series. 70%. And it's a true statistic. So I
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
believe
whoa.
that
Go ahead. I'm going to say that's a true statistic. I just wonder where you
it is
found
a
that
true
out, Bush.
statistic, and you can look it up. 70% of teams that win game one go on to win the series.
Have
And
mercy. Uh-huh.
yes, that's what everybody here is saying. Have mercy.
Man. Okay, okay. So let me tell you, since we got you right there in the driver's seat, Bush, what do you think what was the biggest turning point in game one? What do you
The
think the biggest
biggest
turning
turning
point?
point, I will say that Wemby, Mr. Wembayama, has to grow not this way, he has to grow this way. He has to put on some weight. And that's what we did. Our big men leaned on him, threw him off his game. He scored only 25 points, but he shot 6 out of 21. That is a measly 28%. That's not good.
Yeah,
That is not good.
yeah. Well, Ron, what
Well,
do you say? I mean, yeah. What do you? Because I know. What do you see? Bush is the eye. He on that New York side. What do you see was the biggest turning point in the game?
well, I can't disagree with Bush. Wimby does, and he will, gain more muscle mass as he goes. He's still young, 22 years old. Uh, but one thing about his game yesterday is that whenever we see him not perform up to his capabilities, man, the next time he comes in like an Oklahoma tornado. So buckle down. The wind's going to blow tomorrow, and he's going to be all over it. I think the biggest turning point in the game was after the Spurs had the lead in the third quarter, and then they rapidly started going downhill. It's a lot of up here too, and I think that psychologically affected them. And New York's good team. They were all over Wemby, but once we started that downward slide, I think it just hurt us mentally, and we just couldn't recover. But we're going to be ready tomorrow night. Oklahoma tornado coming at you.
Wait a minute.
Or we can say a Texas tornado.
I'm just saying, man. We bringing back OKC in this, and I know they crushed right now.
Yeah.
They crushed, man.
Mhm.
Bush.
Yes,
So
sir.
by you saying that, the big man leaned on women, so do you think that they were more physical and it really
Of
showed in this
course.
game?
And then the most beautiful thing happened in the fourth quarter. Mr. Brunson came alive. He was shooting 30% for the first three quarters. And for the
Yes.
last quarter, he shot 56%. He scored 13 points. And this is a funny thing that happened. 13 points he scored in fourth quarter. San Antonio only scored 19 points. He scored only 6 points less than your whole team. Yes.
Ouch. Ouch.
Wait, hey Ron,
Yes,
hey
sir.
Ron. I knew we had someone good to represent New York, man, but I didn't know how deep, man. And
Mm.
he pulling out the weapons, man. He pulling
I'm
Yeah,
out the
cutting.
blades.
he's
I'm
hurt so
cutting.
far.
He's pulling out the blades tonight. Well, okay, so we're gonna stick with the fourth quarter, and I'm this one, Ron. I'm gonna send to you. Uh, do you think San Antonio's youthfulness and inexperience showed up in that fourth quarter? Was a bigger factor, a big factor?
Actually, I do. We have the potential of being one of the greatest teams since, the 20 years ago. But we're just still really young. Mr. Harper, man, he was alive and hot during the game, and he's going to be a force to contend with. And sometimes they just kind of stumble and fall because they're so young. But the more they play together, the more mature they will be, the better they're going to be. And I think, it's not just our starting five. We go deep, and we have a lot of good players, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a lot of them are young. We have very little, long term tenure in basketball. And I think as these guys mature, they're going to become better. And psychologically and physically both. But yes, probably the immaturity in our team did affect us a little bit last night in that fourth quarter.
Mm, mm, mm.
I will add one thing.
Go ahead.
Your loss was because of your coach.
Wow, I was going to talk about. Go ahead.
He, one person that was aggravating me in the first half was Champagne. Champagne. He was hot. I believe he hit 5 of 6 3-pointers, and they didn't play him much in the second half. Not only that, but I believe they didn't play Harper as much. I believe if they had played both of them, the outcome may have been different. And that's some coaching. You leave your hot guys in.
Hmm.
Well, I can't argue with that. Even today on some of our local news stations, he was being interviewed, Coach Johnson, and he was explaining that away, and it a little bit of that in his tone of his responses were that the way I kind of interpreted it was, maybe I should have at least kept Harper in there a little bit more, but we did try to do a very good diversionary tactic. The 5 minutes left in the ball game. We sent one of our stands in fans from the stands in there to mix things up, but that didn't even help us. We had Eric Corgi there. I mean, all aspects of our game and our tactics failed last night. So, uh, but yeah, probably the way I saw it too. I thought maybe that. Uh, well, at least I'll say Harper should have stayed in there a little bit longer because he was doing really well last night.
You heard what happened to the fan?
He was arrested and
Not only
banned.
arrested, banned from every NBA venue for the rest of his life.
Every NBA venue?
Mhm.
Every
Yep.
NBA venue for life. And he's only 17 years old.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
if he lives a long life, he can't go to a game. And not
Yeah, he
only
didn't
NBA
think that
games,
thing
but
through.
their venues.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
You can't go to the game. And what'd you say, Bush?
Not only games, but their venues. Any attached venues, he cannot attend.
Oh, venue. So any other kind of event that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's ran
yeah,
by those
yeah. That's
facilities.
yeah. I see that. They can try. Okay, Ron. Did the Spurs look tired, man? Did you think they got tired?
They look tired. A couple days ago when we spoke, talked about that on a few games when they were playing Oklahoma City. They looked tired, and last night they looked tired. New York's had what, a week and a half to rest, but if our starting five, if they're tired, let's go down to 6, 7, and 8, and 9 and 10. Uh, Wimby's a great player. I think we focus maybe a little bit too much on him and put too much on his back. So where some of these other players should kind of pick it up when Wemby's tired, and it's very obvious when Wemby gets tired. He's kind of the nucleus of the team, so when he gets tired, let's give him a little bit of rest, coach. We have some good guys on the bench to come in and help out too. But it wasn't just him. There were others toward the fourth quarter. The third quarter, the end of the third quarter, it's like, hey, these guys have their energy back. They're going to rock and roll it. But then, it slid down, and they once again looked tired. So I think being tired, both physically and psychologically, in that fourth quarter, gave us the defeat to New York.
Nice,
Well, what
nice.
exactly happened is that when they gave Wemby rest, Carl Anthony Towns went off. Whether he was scoring, dishing, getting rebounds, he scored us double double. 12
Mhm.
rebounds, 18 points. He was unstoppable in paint. And we're just
Mhm.
going to keep on pounding that ball.
And you know what, man? That impressed me. I mean, and even to that point when he had little Keldon in the paint down there, man, and he just exploded. They always ride that dude, man, but he comes through, man. Anthony Towns come through. I think Stephen A. mentioned if they had to win out the first round, if they got lost the first round, how many other, they'd have got rid of everybody, fired everybody, get rid of Anthony and coach and all that. But
Can't get
ah,
rid of anybody now.
come on, that changed.
Can't get rid
That
of
changed.
anybody now.
Yes, sir. That changed pretty quickly. So, fellas, okay, I'm gonna ask you this question. Ron, you gonna talk on the Spurs, and Anthony Bush, you'll talk on the Knicks. And my question is, what player uh, that 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 had an impact in last night's game, but stats wouldn't really show up in the box office, the box scores? What player that had an impact that y'all think it had an impact, but wouldn't show up in the box scores? We'll start with you, Ron.
Okay. Well, I'm going to continue. I'm pretty big on Harper from last night. Watched him defensively too. He did a good job. Defensively, he scored. I think it was 16 points, which that's a good show. But he also got in there and hustled and gave the New York the guys a hard time on defense too. So I would say I'm pretty big on Harper after watching that game last night, so I'm going to go with Harper. I think had a lot larger impact than what his stats might show.
Nice. Bush. What Nick player
The
you
Nick
think?
player that had one of the biggest impacts was Josh Hart. He only scored 3 points, but he had 15 rebounds. 13 of them were defensive. He had 6 assists, and I believe 4 steals. But I also want to bring up something else. The Hart, Brunson, Josh Hart, and Michael Bridges, they
Bridges,
are
yeah.
the core
Mikael
of
Bridges.
Knicks. Not only that, but those three individuals were on the 2016 National Championship NCAA. And to bring them, the core of the group there on one team, the only time that that has happened was in 51 for Kentucky and 1960 for Ohio State, where they brought three people to be the core of a team. And I think that has an impact because these guys have played.
Nice. And they got rid of what? DiVincenzo, as his name? DiVincenzo played
Yes,
with them, didn't they? And he played with them.
yes,
Yeah, yeah. So they
yes, he
really,
did. Yes, he
yeah,
did.
yeah.
And they brought
They,
Bridges in.
yes, yes. So Ron, want to ask you this, man. Was there was there an adjustment or what adjustment the Knicks made that kind of maybe surprised you against the Spurs?
Well, I think their biggest Achilles, a thorn in our Achilles heels, was Brunson. He was just, especially when it comes down to Wemby, man, he just stopped him cold. Wemby was, I think, a little bit uh, not just annoyed, but he felt maybe a little defeated by having such a big, muscular man on him like he did. And Brunson was just all over him, and Wemby just couldn't win for losing last night. So I would say probably Brunson putting the heat on Wemby was a huge factor in the game, especially in the last quarter.
Are you
Nice.
referring to Brunson or are you referring to Carl Anthony Towns?
Uh, I was
Because
thinking I
Carl
was
Anthony
referring to
Towns
Brunson.
was the one that was
Okay.
beating up on him.
Okay. Yeah, well, I saw Brunson beating up on him a little bit too, but your team was all over that man, and playing zone, one on one, whatever the defense was with against Wemby, it worked, and it shut him down, and it frustrated him, and it affected our game. So don't do that again tomorrow night, please.
Well, guys, hey guys, this has been I call this our first half. We talked about uh, last night's game, post game, and some of the things that happened. So I'm gonna take a quick station break, and then when we come back, man, well, let's maybe talk about what both teams may need to do for game two. And on our way out, though, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna give it to Bush. Bush, right now, like I said, you won up on us, man. So you get a lot of big square time tonight, man. And as we go into our break, which team you think looks more comfortable on this big stage?
Oh, New York, of course. I'm going to say this. Brunson had 130-point game when he was playing with Dallas. Since he's played with the Knicks, he has had 26. So he has altogether 27 30-point games. So to him, he puts on his "I'ma smack him up" cape on that only New York Knicks fans can see in the fourth quarter, and he loses his mind every time. And that's what y'all got to contend with. Him losing his mind in the fourth quarter.
Ron, you want to say something before I go? I'm gonna let you say something. If not, we just get do a quick little station break.
Well, just real quickly, as we saw when we played the Thunder, uh, you know, we may be frustrated and defeated by points in one game, but man, that is just like a prod that makes us come back even hotter and with more steam. So I'm looking for us. Well, we lost, but thank you, New York, for what you did. We're going to make corrections, and we're going to come back even stronger. I predict tomorrow we're going to be more than a 10-point spread. I'd say probably the Spurs by 22.
What?
So
Woo! We
That's how
shall
you do it.
see.
That's how you do it over here.
Yes, sir. That's how we do it.
We shall see.
Well, look here, y'all. Hey, if you just tuned in, boy, y'all missed a great first half of the show. We talked about the first game, game one, and with Ron and Bush, and we'll be back and we're going to discuss, some things that they may see and say about game two. So, like I said, if you just tune in, you tune in to TAN TV, African American Network. But we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. It's time out. We're taking time to talk about these Spurs, man, with my guys, Ron and Bush, y'all. We'll be back. Y'all sit tight. Grab your quick cold drink or something, and don't go away, though.
Mm.
So, guys, we'd like to introduce and tell you about our TAN TV's Father's Day digital billboard campaign. We had, like I said, we had a great Mother's Day campaign, and now it's time to put the fathers up. You can get your dad something other than that tie, that golf ball, or that golf glove. Not a club. Pop, you get a glove, but nah. So it's a real good campaign, man, and it's doing pretty well. So if you want to inquire, go to info at tan.tv. Once again, info at tan.tv to get a look at it. Also coming up, y'all, Juneteenth celebration, the Juneteenth parade. I'm telling you, if you haven't been to the parade, man, it is something to see. I was very impressed. The different entries that are at the Juneteenth parade. So make sure you guys on June 20th, it's down there on East Houston Street. Come on down and check it out. Okay, fellas, we'll be back, man, and let's talk about game two.
Okay.
Ron,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna start with Ron. Game
Well,
two.
game.
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you, then you can go and run with it. Is it a
Okay.
must-win situation
Uh,
right now?
Probably so. Probably so.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Uh, like Bush stated, winning the first game is a plus, but it's only game one for us. But we cannot go two defeated games in a row. Uh, that would be pretty detrimental. But we have the ability to come back. But we don't want to lose game two. So I think we're going to see an entirely more motivated, more physical, and more energetic team tomorrow night than what we saw last night.
Okay. So you say it's a must-win. All
I
right, but
would say it's
uh,
I would say it's not a nail in the coffin, but it's pretty much a must win tomorrow night.
I got you. I said, Butch, you sitting up on your chair seat, man. You want to say something?
Yes. Here in San Antonio, y'all wear cowboy boots. We wear Timberlands. And we want to put our foot on the Spurs' neck tomorrow.
Mm,
Make it 2-0 so
mm.
that y'all are desperate and y'all start losing your minds going to New York because our crowd's going to take you down. So, Tim's, leave a bigger footprint.
Okay, man. I'm gonna leave you right there, Bush. I'm gonna leave you right there and ask you this, okay? Because you bring up the big fellas leaning on Wemby, as one
Yep.
of your main defensive strategies. So do you think that same strategy is gonna work for this second game?
Yes. Yes. Definitely. Gonna have to push the other players to make plays and maybe help Wemby out, but we're gonna lean on him. We're gonna lean on him. We're going to try and get him in foul trouble, and we're gonna try and take out the other players also. But we have to get the head of the snake first,
Nice.
and that's the head of the snake.
Say, Ron. Okay, so you see the he wasn't giving not much, But you
Mm,
see what the idea they have for their defensive strategy against the Spurs.
mhm,
What,
mhm.
what kind of offensive adjustments you think the Spurs may need to make?
Well, I think probably what we may see tomorrow, Towns, was all over Wemby too. And big guy, stopped him, slowed him down. But we have a pack that's behind Wemby. And if we get that pack rolling together, it's not going to matter if Wemby's going to have his best game of his career or not. We have so many other people, like Castle and Vassell and Harper. We got a really good crew that meshed really well. So lay the heat on Wemby, that's fine. But we have a pack of players that's going to come together and pour it on tomorrow night with or without Wemby, scoring 30 or 40 points.
Hmm. Now I always like to give a Bush a chance to rebuttal. With like since he won up. You got anything to say on that one, Bush?
We're not going to allow him to score 30 or 40 points. That's a no-no tomorrow. Also, you have Landry Shamet that only scored 13 points. He's going to be hot. We have Bridges that only scored 9 points. He's going to be hot. And OG Ananobi, even though he scored 17 points, he's going to be hot also. So, and then our bench is going to be coming off, and they're going to be scoring also. So, yes, we're going to win tomorrow.
Yeah,
And then I'm
well,
going to be somewhere around here dancing my Timberlands.
hey. No. I think we're gonna polish up our cowboy boots. And what do you say, Ron? You think they're gonna make these adjustments, man? What do you say about
Yeah, I
game?
really do. I think game two, we're going to come out. The adjustments started last night as soon as that game buzzer went off for the fourth quarter. And they went in the locker room and, had a little conversation and said, this is not how we're going to play it when we come out tomorrow night. And we saw them do it against the Thunder. They would be down. Well, we got beat up a few times, a few games by the Thunder. But then when we went down, we roared back, and I see that happening tomorrow night. I see an entire different team coming out of that locker room tomorrow night and hitting that court. It's going to be game on tomorrow night.
Okay, so with that saying, what player on the Spurs you think is under the most pressure for game two?
Well, I think Wemby's going to be under the most pressure. No matter what game we're playing, game one, game seven, or whatever the case be, he will be under the most pressure. But the other guys have to come to his rescue. The other guys have to make it to where, oh, wait a second, we need to divert our attention away from Wemby, and we have all these other guys out here that are rocking and rolling and making those buckets and hurting us on defense. So hopefully they will divert some of that attention away from Wemby, and then that will open the door back for Wemby to come in and rock and roll too. So I see a combined effort, taking the heat off Wemby and then letting him later on play the game like he can and should and will tomorrow night.
Bush. Is there
Yes.
anybody on the, you guys got a victory, so that might relieve some of the, but is there anyone on that Knicks squad
Towns.
that's under some pressure tomorrow
Carl
for game
Anthony
two?
Towns need to come with it tomorrow. Has to come with it tomorrow if we're gonna when we're gonna
Well,
win.
now he's carrying
He
with
has to
30, man.
come. No, I
Coming
want
after
him to
coming out
score
coming
like
back out the tunnel,
26,
Bush. Go ahead.
28 points. I want him to get double figures tomorrow, and that will take it will relieve a lot of stress off the players. But he has to come with it. And they gotta have to foul him. And he's good at the free throw line. So that's the only way to stop him. He's coming in tomorrow. And his mother, who died in 2020, was with him last night, and she's gonna be with him for the rest of the series. And he felt so relaxed, and it showed. It showed.
What insight? Had me, I don't know, man. had me thinking about I don't know. It might be dating me. Might be a little young for you there, Bush. Uh, Willis Reed coming out the tunnel. Remember that game when Willis Reed came back out the tunnel and said, "See, I
Yes.
thought that might, yeah,
And
that might,
energize the Knicks.
yeah." See, so y'all, not Hollywood, y'all New Yorkers, so y'all still in the same. But I that boy's something else, man. And like I said, at 6'3", he still got to be the biggest player on that court. For New York to win, man. That's gonna be something, man. It's to me, it's a true David and Goliath type situation. And David threw the first rock. He slung the first rock. To get it going there.
Well, in this
All
situation, you
right,
have two
fellas.
Goliaths.
That we do.
Yeah. Okay. I have to go with you, man. Okay, man. So if Ron, with the win with game two, would that help us? Uh, uh, you know, to regain because I think we can go up to New York and get one, but we need this. We need this one here.
Absolutely. I think game two will be a big motivator for us. You know, Bush referred to when we go to New York. That's an awesome city. It's a huge city. But one thing we have to remember there's millions of people there. But when it comes down to game time, they're all in the court, and there's not going to be those millions around, and they're going to be at their home base. And, it doesn't matter if they're in New York City or San Antonio. Or Los Angeles, a basketball court. That's their home, man. They hit the court and they're going to play. They're going to do it. They're in familiar territory, uh, no matter what city they're in. And I think tomorrow night is a kind of a necessary win. But I think being away from San Antonio and in another city, we've done it over and over and over, and we're going to do it again tomorrow night.
Nice.
A must win, though. A must win for us. Absolutely.
All right, fellas. Well, we know we gonna wrap this up, man. Getting close down to because I'm really looking for game two. Uh, so
Mhm.
Bush, I'm gonna start with you, Bush.
Okay.
What statistic will tell the story of game two, man? Will it be rebounds, turnovers, 3-point shooting, or points in the paint for the Nets for the Knicks?
Ooh. For the Knicks, I'm hoping points in the paint. I think that will make a difference because that's where most of the fouls occur. And if we're taking it to the hole constantly, people on the Spurs are going to get frustrated and start doing whacking and hacking. And we're going to go to the free throw and shoot from there. No matter what, we're going to score. So the paint, that's where the game's going to be won.
What say you, Ron, about them Spurs?
I'm going to go the opposite. We have a lot of good, really good 3-point shooters. Even our big man, he can dunk it from half court almost, but he doesn't. He can shoot those free 3-pointers all day long. Last night he was off. We have other people like Champagne. He's really good at those 3-pointers. He started off good, then he kind of backslid a little bit. But our 3-point misses last night, I think, was our biggest deficit. What hurt us the most? And that's unusual because usually we are pretty much game on when it comes down to a 3-point shot. So I think last night, my wife and I spoke about it. Missing all those 3-pointers is what lost us that ball game last night. It's going to be different tomorrow evening now.
Can't
Going to be
wait.
different.
So I got these last two questions, y'all. We're gonna get on out of here. And this one, Bush, you're gonna start the first one. If the Knicks win
Okay.
game two, do they what I want to say is the series essentially under their control with the win tomorrow night?
Of course, because they're going to go home and they don't want to come back to Texas. If they are up 2-0,
What?
they're going to try their best to win two in New York. Did I stutter? Did I stutter? I did not stutter. Not only that, but we yesterday we smacked up in the second half 57-40. Y'all only scored 40 points in the second half, where we scored 57. And we're gonna follow that road into the next game. We score more points in the second half. That's where we beat down our opponents. And everybody thought that San Antonio was going to run all over us. Yes, did not happen. I went to two malls yesterday, and half the people in the malls were wearing Spurs gear. And I felt for them because I was like, after the game, I was like, they're so sad right now. Some of them are crying. Some of them are so upset. And it's just going to continue tomorrow. And my heart goes out to them. Not really.
Yeah, well, we know that. We know that, Bush. Yeah, that was very, very well put. So, but Ron,
Okay.
if the Spurs do lose game two and go to Madison Square Garden down 0-2, is Mr. Bush there in the middle underestimating the resilience of the youthful Spurs, or is it a done deal?
It's not a done deal. Our tire's going to be deflated just a little bit, but we have the air to pump it back up. And I don't think we're going to go 2 losses in a row. But if we do, we can still come back from that because there are 7 games left. And we are very resilient. We demonstrated how resilient we were when we played the basketball game against Oklahoma City. It was more like a football game. Yeah, I see more penalties called for, you know, unnecessary roughness in a football game than what I did in a basketball game, you know. But anyway, I it's not a good thing, but we have what it takes to come back. And, we have the players, we have the fan base. And, you know, Coach Johnson, sure, he's kind of new, he's kind of young, but also we have to remember that we have Greg Popovich in the background, too. You know, we also have Tim Duncan that's sitting back there. We have David Robinson that's there. We have these older players that, are heroes in San Antonio, you know, that are supermen with the basketball. But they're there. They're all in the background helping out, and especially having Coach Pop back there, to give the father to son talks, because a lot of it's up here too, and the talent and the physicality, very very important, but up here's even more so. And I think, well, if we do go down two, we can still come back. I don't want to see that happen. Don't think it will happen, but we have the ability to come back and go 7 games.
Nice, nice. Well, y'all, I mean, this been great again. You guys stepped up, outstanding, and I had no doubt, man. This is working for me. So Bush, man, we're gonna get out of here, man, and so Friday night's the game, y'all. 7:30 again Central Time, 8:30 East Coast, and so we're gonna talk. So what, fellas? What I want to do, we're gonna cut our cameras off when it's time, and then afterwards, don't run. Stay there in the green room, and then we'll come back after we go off our live chat real quick. I want to holler at you guys, because you did a fantastic job tonight, y'all. And once again, you're watching TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. And go ahead, Bush. I'm gonna give you your last shot. You on top right now. Go ahead, man. Say with the last shot.
After our 11-0 run at the end of yesterday's game, I am so ready for tomorrow's game. And it's just going to be a continuation of a spanking. But this spanking is going to be viewed worldwide, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, on that,
Spurs is going
I
down.
told him we're gonna give you the last word, y'all. It's gonna be a great game. We'll see y'all. You guys, hey, be safe again. Be safe out there. Enjoy the game tomorrow night, and you'll see us again. Timeout. You'll see Ron Long. You'll see Marcel Bush. I like to say that Marcel Bush Anderson in the house, y'all, and myself. I'm the host, Vance Bradford, TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. We'll see y'all till you see us again. We
Go
out.
Spurs.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Go Spurs.
Go Knicks.
We have a corgi too, you know.
All right. Let me see. Boom.
Process. I ain't rushing the plan. God wrote the steps. I'm just walking the land. They see the glow, but they don't know the stress. I stay 10 toes, not a grind, getting blessed. Trust the process. Yeah, I'm moving with faith. Every loss was a lesson I had to embrace.